What's up, everyone? In this video, we're going to be talking about the greatest stock investor to ever live. And no, we're not talking about Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, not even Jim Simons. We're talking about Nancy Pelosi, and I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be surprised when you see some of the returns she is getting. It's pretty crazy. So over the course of my trading career, I have researched and read about some very talented investors and traders, but none of them even come close to getting the returns Nancy Pelosi gets every single year. You're going to be surprised. So let's get right into it. So we can see, if we just see this image right here, there actually used to be a Twitter account that would follow every single move Nancy Pelosi made in the stock market. This account has since been suspended from Twitter, but either way, we can see that Nancy Pelosi is just crushing the greatest investors in the world in terms of annualized returns. Like we have Bill Ackman out here at 16.9%, Warren Buffett at 20%, George Soros 20%, Peter Lynch 29%, Nancy Pelosi 69% annualized returns. That is insane. So you're probably wondering, like, what's going on here? So we're going to be talking about that in today's video, but more importantly, we're also going to be talking about the moves Nancy Pelosi and her husband are making right now, so maybe we could follow them. So we have a great video today. Make sure to stick around to the end because she is making some pretty big bets in the market, and it's pretty interesting. But with that being said, let's get right into it. So if we shift over to a chart of the market, you know, the market has been doing pretty well over the past couple of years, to say the least, but Nancy Pelosi is just crushing the market right now. So Nancy Pelosi and her husband trade together, obviously. They have a net worth of over $100 million, and the husband does a lot of the trading. But basically, every time a person in Congress or even like an executive in a company makes a trade, they legally have to disclose that. So we can kind of follow what moves she's making right now. And I have an interesting little screenshot right here. This is also from the Nancy Pelosi portfolio tracker, but Nancy's beating out even Bitcoin, Tesla, Nvidia, even Netflix over the past 10 years. Like, she's been doing a great job, to say the least. So you're probably wondering how the 81-year-old Speaker of the House and her husband are putting up such amazing returns. And we're going to go over a couple example trades, so hopefully you could understand what's going on. And let's actually get right into these examples. So we'll start off with Microsoft. Microsoft is a solid company, as we know, but Nancy Pelosi's and her husband are pretty good at timing the market, if you know what I mean. So in March of 2021, Nancy Pelosi and her husband exercised about $2 million worth of Microsoft call options, right? Less than 2 weeks before Microsoft got awarded a $22 billion contract with the U.S. Army. So maybe that was just a lucky trade, lucky timing, maybe. So we'll look at another example just in case. But either way, that was great timing on that one. But also in June of 2021, Nancy Pelosi and her husband bought Google call options, okay? This allowed her and her husband to buy 4,000 shares of Google at $1,200 each, right? This is in June of 2021. At that time, Google was trading for around, I guess you could say like $2,500 each. So that she had the right to buy 4,000 shares of Google at $1,200 each. Now, she had to pay for that, right? You know, it is an options contract, but this came just before the House Judiciary Committee voted on an antitrust regulation, which ultimately did not hurt Google, okay? They profited $5.3 million from this trade. So maybe that's a little lucky too. So we have another example, right? So if we go to January of 2021, Nancy Pelosi and her husband purchased $1 million worth of Tesla call options right before Biden announced plans related to electric vehicles in the government, right? So we can see they have some pretty good timing there. I know Tesla did struggle a little bit in January, but we could see they're really good at timing the market. And you know, the good news is that we have her newly released picks right now, and that's what we're going to be talking about in like 1 minute. But as we can see, they're pretty good traders to say the least. But actually, it's crazy actually. So let's get right into these plays that she's making right now. So we can see this document was released like a day ago. Basically, Nancy Pelosi and her husband are betting big on a couple different stocks. They really like Google right now, which is ticker symbol GOOG. We can see GOOG. It's not looking bad right now. Another one they are betting big on is Micron, ticker symbol MU. We can see the ticker symbol right here, as well as the amount that she is estimated to have put into this trade. So for example, if we zoom in a little bit, we can see Alphabet, which is Google, and the ticker symbol Google, as well as how much they put into the trade, and then the details of each trade. So if we're being technical here, they are trading options, but basically they are all call options, and basically Nancy Pelosi and her husband want Google to go up, they want Micron to go up, they also invested into Roblox, they want that to rise, they also got into CRM, which is Salesforce, and then last but not least, they are also bullish on Disney. So like I said, if we're being technical, they are trading call options on these companies, but basically they want the companies to go up. So Disney, Salesforce, Roblox, Micron, and then Alphabet. They're bullish on all of these stocks, and not gonna lie, they're looking pretty good right now. The one thing to keep in mind when it comes to insider trading in situations like this is basically there's a couple week delay, sometimes a couple day delay, sometimes like over a month delay in the time that they bought the stock and the time where it has to be made public. So for example, sometimes, like these executives and these people in power can buy a stock and they don't have to disclose that they bought the stock for like a month or so. So sometimes it's not too good, but the stocks are pretty close to where Nancy bought them right now. So we can see that they bought Google, or GOOG, on December 17th. So if we head over to that chart, we go to an intraday chart right here. This like gray bubble is where they bought the shares of Google. So just keep that in mind. It's pretty close. Google's current price is pretty close to where they bought it. It's a little bit higher though. Another one is Micron. So if we go to MU, we could see it's still pretty close, but Nancy's up a decent amount right now. Also, if we shift over into Roblox, if we go over here, we could see Roblox is, it's also up a little bit right now, but it's still at a good level. Oops, I opened Zoom. But then CRM, let's take a look at that one. CRM, she's also up on. But again, it's not up a ton. And then let's see Disney really quickly. Disney, also up on that one. So Nancy's up a good amount right now, but the stocks aren't like so high to the point where the opportunity is already gone. So either way, like she's making some pretty big bets on a lot of these companies, and her track record's pretty spot on to say the least. So if you want to follow these, feel free. She's bullish on all of these companies, and if you trade options and you want to follow the exact options she is buying, if we zoom in just a little bit, we could see that they purchased 10 of the call options for Google with a strike price of $2,000 and an expiration date of September 16th of 2022. And then we can see like in the description we can see the strike price and the expiration and all that. With Roblox specifically, they're making a really big bet. So they purchased 100 call options with a strike price of $100 and an expiration date of January 20th of 2023. So they're pretty bullish on Roblox actually, and I thought that was interesting. So given this information, it doesn't mean that these stocks are guaranteed to go up, but looking back throughout history, she's pretty spot on. So consider following these if you want, but she's definitely doing pretty well for herself. So like I said, feel free to take a look at it. And then also, I just want to show you how you can find these trades by yourself. So if you head over to this website really quickly, it's clerk.house.gov. This is the page you go to. Once you're there, you click on disclosures and then financial disclosure reports. And then if we scroll down to search reports, you can just search Pelosi, and then you can do search, and you can see all of the trades that she has made. And if you want to, you can like filter it by year, and you can see all the trades. So feel free to follow this if you want. And I know like it's not just Nancy Pelosi who's very good at timing the market. We'll say there's people from both sides of the I guess you could say the government who do insider trading. It's definitely not a good thing, but at least the good news is that we could follow it. I know the stocks are up slightly, but honestly, like Roblox, Salesforce, Micron, Google, and Disney, like they're at good levels. Like they do look pretty good. Like I really like Disney, and Roblox isn't bad too. Like it has had so much hype lately and done an awesome uptrend. They've been reporting some pretty good earnings too, so it should be interesting. And then you can't go wrong with Google, of course, but even Salesforce, like CRM, it's at a good level. It's really tempting. So I hope you learned something from this video. I had a fun time making it. It's an interesting topic to say the least, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you learned anything from this video, please consider subscribing. I post brand new videos every single day. Besides that, Happy New Year, and thank you so much for watching.